It's extremely heartening because I'm finding that there are a large number of invitations from the South Indian states these days for issues like Kashmir, issues like terrorism, Islamic radicalism, China, Pakistan issue, developments in Afghanistan. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes a nation? It's a question which has never been answered correctly. We know a lot about what makes a state, particularly after the Treaty of Westphalia in 1648. The concept of nation-state has been defined. A geographical territory with a regime, constitution, legal framework, with a monopoly of caution, having a national army. The only correct and the closest definition to what makes a nation is given by a French philosopher, Renan. And the nation is a combination of all those people who take pride and feel sorry in the same way about what happened in the past, who has got the same privations and difficulties today and have got the same vision and dreams for tomorrow. Irrespective of where they live, irrespective of what religion and faith they have, irrespective of whether they are alive or dead. Surprisingly, Maharana Pratap or Shivaji are still the integral part of this nation, but we remain state subjects only as long as we are alive. Membership of a state is a concept of citizenship. Membership of a nation is something that those who have yet to come and yet to born will owe a responsibility to them because this nation belongs to them. It is sad that nation's overall security environment is deteriorating very fast, both internally and externally. The external strategic environment is undergoing a major transformation, and despite our economic successes, we do not know where eventually and in what way it will settle down. The way we are seeing the developments in China, in Afghanistan, the increasing pressure on the West to wilt under the pressures of the forces of blackmail, the forces of extremism, probably. It's a subject by itself. I won't go into that, but in the pecking order of our national security problems, Kashmir assumes an importance because this is a point of convergence. This is the point of convergence where both internal and external security parameters join. It is as much an internal security problem as it is an external security problem. The major ingredients of its internal security problems is Islamic radical dimension, which is underplayed by the secular fundamentalists. It's terrorism, which is interlinked to the global pan-Islamic terrorism. It's recently the violent civil protests, which are neither civil nor peaceful. It's politics of separatism. That is where a ruling chief minister in the assembly, supported by the National Party in the center, could say that India's accession is not, Kashmir's accession is not merger, and a political settlement has to be found to find the political status of Kashmir. And the whole country accepting it. Not only that, the party continues to represent the center. I've got a cabinet minister in the center and continues to support this chief minister in the state assembly, and neither the media nor the civil society has reacted to that. There is no difference between what he said and what Gilani has been saying for all these years. It has got external dimension. Pakistan's compulsive hostility against India, the radicalization, militarization, and destabilization of Pakistan, and its likely impact on the Kashmir issue. Also, the implications of a failing state. If Pakistan undergoes a degradation to the level that it cannot sustain itself, then a nuclear rogue state being controlled by the Islamic fundamentalists and having a rogue army and an intelligence outfit calling the shots can be a matter of grave international concern, all right, but great security threat to India. And then the China taking greater interest and its shifting stance of greater assertion. So far on Kashmir it had taken a position of equidistance till early this year. It had problems on Arunachal, it had problems over the border. But on the question of Kashmir it had been maintaining that it should be resolved by the two countries, and overall its stance has been pro-India. But now it is not that it is an ally of Pakistan. It is more than that. It is because it is trying to see that if China gets locked up within the South China Sea and the Malacca Strait is blocked by India or Japan or Australia or the Pacific Rim countries, it has to find a direct route to the Indian Ocean, and it has built a big port at Gwadar in Pakistan, in Balochistan area, port of Balochistan, connected it by a very, very big highway right up to the Khyber, and they are now bringing the railway lines up from cutting across Tibet and Xinjiang up to Khyber. So there will be a complete access from the China mainland to the Arabian Sea, and they have done the same artery along the Irrawaddy River from the Yunnan province of China, bringing it to Cocoa Island in the Bay of Bengal, so that they have got the physical presence in the in the Indian Ocean, which totally does the strategic encirclement of India. Not only that, even in Sri Lanka at Hoban Batato, they are building up a port, and in Bangladesh at Chittagong, they are building up a port. That makes the encirclement complete. So that Pakistan has got a great strategic value for them. And in that, Kashmir becomes important because this route, you know, the recent, this thing of the American report of Stephen Cohen and Sally Harrison, in which it was stated that a large number of Chinese soldiers are working and even the Pakistanis are not allowed to operate in that area. They fall in the disputed area of Kashmir. That is in the areas close to Gilgit and Baltistan. These are the areas where they are making the bunkers probably with Dengthong 121 missiles. These are the missiles which can be carried from there right up to not only the Indian Ocean, threatening the Indian Navy, but even come to the Indian side. That is why they are bringing the missiles from Tibet to India. They are also bringing the missiles from the Kashmir side. So it presents a very grave situation. Anyway, I'll come to the root cause. And I know there are plenty of root causes that will be advanced. But I think that the root cause is something different. There are three principal actors to this whole drama: India, the Pakistan, and the Kashmiri separatists. To the great wisdom of our strategic planners and these things, they had not kept the Kashmiri Pandits as the actors in this drama. Had they done that, India would have had the most powerful proxy to articulate its views and concerns and national interests through an interest group, which is the greatest sufferer in Kashmir, to whom the civilizational heritage of Kashmir belongs. But unfortunately, we did not make them as a party to the dispute or as a stakeholder. Because it is secular to talk to Gilani, but communal to talk to the Kashmiri Pandits. And while we may have engagement with the Nagas, we have got a senior Pandey, Mr. Pandey over there, or to the old firm, Mr. Haldar, or we have got a 8-point this thing committee coming up with a powerful this thing for interlocuting with the Hurriyat. We have got no arrangement where really we undertake the problems, the privations, the rights, the difficulties, the human rights violations of the Kashmiri Pandits. This is painful. And someday India will have to pay a very heavy price for that. It is not only the Kashmiri Pandits. When you can sleep when your neighbor's house is being burgled, rest assured, next is your number. It will happen to the rest of the country in one form or the other if you remain silent about it. Anyway, you know the collective identities like civil societies, the nations, civilizations have also got some peculiar personality traits. They're just like human beings. In a simplistic way, I will call you the mindset. It does not explain the complex phenomenon. Now, the crude problem lies in the dysfunctional mindset of all the three players. The mindset of India has contributed to the Kashmir problem to a very great extent in its own way. The mindset of Pakistan has contributed, and the mindset of the Kashmiri Muslim separatists have contributed in their own way. This is extremely important because even if one of the actor changes its mindset, the solution will come. Now let me first start, because I know there will be a lot of raised eyebrows about when I say that why Indian mindset is responsible for the Kashmir turmoil. If Indian mindset was not the Indian mindset, it was something, a Chinese mindset or a Pakistani mindset or even a democratic mindset of a country which can look after this thing, probably the situation would not be what we are in, right from 1947 till the stone pelting bombs in Srinagar in 2010. Let me give you some snippets of India's mindset. Ignore the problems